Happy Saturday night date night. I hope you guys are all well. I gotta pull up the live again. Me and technology are not best friends today. Let's see here. Let me pull up the live and then I can say hi to everybody. I can get eyes on the live. Eyes on the live. Okay, come on. Thank you so much for the thummies, guys. I see 70 thummies so far. Okay, hold on. Come on. Okay, I'm going to slide the chat. Okay, I see you guys finally. Hi, Dude Vicino. Welcome in. Best date night ever. No fussing with hair, makeup, or clothes, and he still keeps showing up. I love it. Thank you. Hi, Snowy Cat. Welcome in. Welcome to all of my dates. Come on in, near and far. Welcome to my house. Welcome to the studio. Cheapest date online, cheapest date in person. So good. All right. I think I need to refresh the chat. It actually went on a pause. So sad. Hello to the moderators. Hello to all of the members. Hello to all the viewers. Hello to the replay warriors. We get lots of replay warriors on Saturday night date night. So thank you so much for tuning in after the fact. Hello, Robin. Welcome in. Oh, and thank you guys once again for the congratulations and all of your kind words, the messages, the emails, the direct messages, the Facebook Messenger messages. You guys are absolutely amazing. I've been trying to get to all of them. If I haven't gotten to you yet, I eventually will. So we're at 102 already. How is this even happening? Listen, I'm just here for the ride. I'm here for the ride. You know what I mean? Just 2 days ago, we crossed over to the 100,000 mark, and we're at 102 today. Very, very nice. Thank you for all the emojis. Huge hearts to all of you guys. That's how you do it, right? There we go. Just like that. Thank you. Congratulations on meeting your milestone. Yes, we met it early, guys, because remember, I discussed having a plan on trying to hit that goal by New Year's Eve. So before Halloween. Amazing. You guys like the sweater? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I was told in my near past that I kind of look nice in red. So I took the hint, I read the room, and I went ahead and bought some red clothes about 6 months ago. And so I've been peppering in my red clothing. And so every time I wear my red clothing, every now and then I get nice little compliments. So thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. You guys are so amazing in these comments. Red suits me, apparently, guys. I don't know. I personally like deep dark purple. Actually, it's right here. But maybe the red gives off a different energy. Let's see. Doxy's got a question. Is a pattern with a bigger repeat more complicated than a lesser one? Your Fifi pattern is like 10. I'm afraid of that many. There's only 6 in the Fifi blanket. So it's really not that difficult. By the way, here is the pattern, guys. If you want this, it's very free, not just a little bit free. It's a lot free on Ravelry. If you have a Ravelry account, you can get yourself one. I have a bunch of free patterns for you guys over there. And we have patterns dropping all the time. So make sure, you're notified on when things are happening over there. All right. It goes great with my skin color. I like that. I love that. Are you guys getting used to the glasses? I really enjoy letting my eyes breathe. So I'll put them back on eventually, my contacts, but I'm letting my eyes breathe. I kind of like just being able to not have to finagle with my eyeballs first thing in the morning or late at night. You know what I mean? So welcome in, everybody. People are still coming in. Okay. You like me in the glasses? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I always thought that people were just saying that to be nice. You're just telling me that because, you don't want to make me feel bad. I don't know. But thank you. I was not fishing for a compliment, I promise. We brought Bobo's strawberry stuffed oat bites. This is my snack of choice. It's gluten-free, it's dairy-free, it's plant-based, it's vegan, and it is delicious. Sorry, crinkle alert. This one little bite is 140 calories. Let's see, what are the sugars? It's 20% sugars. Oh my goodness, Lori, you didn't have to do that. Oh my goodness. Wow, congratulations on 100K. Love your channel. Looking handsome in your red sweater and glasses. Lori, thank you so much. That is amazing. You guys don't have to do that. You guys just coming and spending time with me is all I need, I promise. Lori, that's amazing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It definitely will be helping with my shipping, so thank you. I appreciate it. It's very kind of you. Again, guys, totally not necessary, but greatly appreciated. So that caught me off guard. Thank you, Lori. That's great. Wow. What do you say after something like that? You know what I mean? That's amazing. It's very kind of you. Let me click that thummy. Okay. Hold on one second. I have to. Hold on. Okay. I had to type that in there. Just so. Is there a crown next to my name? What? Oh my God. Oh my gosh. What are you guys doing to me? Ugh. Shay, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. Wow. Okay. Thank you to both of you guys. You guys don't understand, like, that's amazing. Don't need to do that, but thank you so much. Just coming, hanging out with us, spending time with me on Saturday night date night, and whenever I post a video is literally more than I could ever ask for. You guys can literally be anywhere else watching any other video, but you guys are here watching me. And to me, that's worth 10 of those. You know what I mean? Thank you guys so much for your love, your kindness, and your support. That's such a great gift. Okay, let me hit that. Okay. All right. Whew. Okay, so let me go ahead and move on to some things. I know it's Saturday night date night, but we've had some things go on today. And today marks day one. I've cross-posted all over the place. I'm sure you've seen it at some point. It's Knit November. I'm working with the American Cancer Society, and I'm trying to raise awareness for cancer research and all the things. So I posted links. If you're interested in sponsoring me, go ahead and do that. I got the links all over social media platforms. I'm going to post me crocheting every single day for the month. Not crochet, sorry. I'm going to post content of me knitting every month for the month of November. I'm still going to crochet. I'm still going to do all the things that I normally do. But in addition to all of that, I'm going to post me knitting every day. All right. So stay tuned for that. You guys may or may not know this, but cancer really hits home for me. I lost two very, very important people in my life early on in my life. My grandmother and my aunt. I lost both of them to cancer. My grandmother, brain cancer. My aunt, colon cancer. And various people in my family have passed away of cancer through the years. So it means a lot to me, and that's why I'm doing it. And so I am committing myself to knitting just a little bit every day for the month of November. And I did the video. This was for day one. I'm knitting a hat. Hello, Amy of the Lake. Welcome in. Hello to everybody. For fear of like saying hi to every single one of you guys, just hello to all of you. Thank you so much for being here. So this this here I started today, and I'm doing the stockinette stitch in the round. And I could have done it a million other ways, but this is what works for me. And so, yeah, I'll leave you guys to that little snippet of a video for like how I constructed all the things, and it's fine. Anyway, I have several other projects that I'm going to be working on. So my 2 knit whips, I'm going to be working on those. I'm going to talk about those in those videos. Also, guys, I went to my local yarn store today. There was a local yarn dyer and spinner there, and I had a chance to talk with her. We met up, and she kicked off a knit along today. So locally here, there is a mystery knit along, and I am participating in it. It is called, let me see. It is called One Love Easy Mystery Shawl. So each week for the next 6 weeks, clues will be dropped. So it's, oh, I forgot it's backwards. So it's One Love Easy Mystery Shawl. And so clue 1 dropped November 1st today. Clue 2, the 7th, the 13th, so on and so forth. So each time I'm going to get a clue. And okay, so the recipe calls for 1 hank of fingering weight yarn. That's all you need. And as far as knitting needles are concerned, they're telling me that I only need a 4.5 US number 7 knitting needle. So I went ahead and did the things. I bought some yarn from her because she was there. It's part of the whole thing, you know. I wanted to support. So the whole point of the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because I am currently working with her on coming up with an exclusive colorway with my name on it. So she's going to customize a colorway just for me, and we are going to finalize that along with a few other select colorways, and I'm going to feature them on the channel, and they're going to be orderable to you guys. You guys will be able to order these colorways. I'm going to feature them. I'm going to talk about them, and it's to basically celebrate 100K and beyond. So, you know, I'm now reaching out locally. I'm working with businesses to establish myself and to bring things to the channel. So we're going to start with yarn. I don't dye yarn myself, but I know people who do locally, and I'm going to, you know, figure out a way to get my locally dyed yarn in your hands. So yeah, very excited about that. And you know, today we were talking about colorways, we were talking about color combinations and the different kinds of yarn that she was willing to work with me on, and there are tons of different bases that she's interested, so I'm super happy about all of that. She asked me what weights I was most interested in, and I told her, for me, I'm interested in DK weight and worsted weight only. I don't really want to take to the fingering weight or anything else outside of that. So 3 weight and 4 weight is kind of where my sweet spot is. And I think the most of the people who watch me will agree with me when I say 3 weight and 4 weight is probably the best option. So I'm very excited about that. I'm also going to be putting some of that yarn in my Etsy. And also we're going to make it orderable directly to her website. So I will give you more information as that actually matriculates from her to me. So stay tuned for that. I'm very excited about that. Finally, I'm going to have my own yarn line with my name on it. Very excited. Okay, so wanted to share that, but I want to show you, let me see here. So for the knit along, I bought some yarn of hers, and I had it caked up there. And this is it right here. It looked so much better on the hank, you know. But I'm going to pull the tag out. So that's what it looks like. So the colorways, it's brown, gray, black. Very, very nice. The colorway is called I Want to Be a Cowboy. I Want to Be a Cowboy is the colorway. And this is 85 superwash merino, 15 nylon. It's fingering weight, 440 yards, 3.5 ounces. And This is my local yarn dyer right here. Create Yarn Works. It's backwards again. I keep forgetting. So it's Create Yarn Works. Okay. So very, very nice yarn. All the things. So good. I cannot wait to start this. So I have the first clue. I have the yarn. I even picked up circular needles. Excuse me. I have Knit Pro 4.5 fixed circulars. These are wooden dreams. So I'm going to show you what these look like for the knitters. I mean, not everyone here knits, but just bear with me. Okay, we're going to do this together. All right. So let me see here. So there we go. They're wooden. They're kind of dark, but yeah. So I'm just going to stick those in there. All right. Perfect. So I had to pick up another hank of this. So I'm working up a project with this Cascade Farms 220 Superwash. Rhythm of Resilience. I spoke about it. I'm going to show you guys the update later on in the week. And I actually went to my LYS with my Deb Dow duffel tote. Yep, I went there and I said, I don't need a bag. I have my own. And they were like, oh my goodness, the bag is gorgeous. So I had to tell them the whole story about the Deb Dow duffel tote. And they love it because, you know, coffee on the outside. And then on the inside here, we've got coffee. On the inside, very nice coffee. Love that. All right. Okay. And let me just move some things around here. Just out of curiosity, I'm very curious. Now I'm going to go back to crochet. I promise. How many of you guys have tried this Fifi blanket? I've been getting very positive reviews from a lot of you guys about this. As long as you know how to do double crochet and chains, this is definitely doable. Anybody try this? Anybody have fun with this? Yes? Okay. Easy peasy, pudding pie. Grabbed the hook and made it cry. Very good. So, yes, a free pattern. If you're on my Ravelry, you'll find it. Okay? Very, very nice, guys. So, there's another one. It's a paid-for pattern, guys. But Rhythm of Resilience, there is a tutorial for you guys if you're interested. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous pattern. I spoke about it many, many times. Please try that. It's very, very nice. I'm almost finished with this blanket, by the way. I'm doing it for Camp Boggy Creek. Actually, am I doing it for Camp Boggy Creek or I was making it for someone? I can't remember. I have to watch a video. It's one of the two. I can't remember. It's going to be for either Boggy Creek or for someone else. I'm not sure. But it's gorgeous. And Loops and Threads Soft Classic. White and then 2 shades of pink. A 6-round repeat scares you? Don't let it scare you. It's fine. So, actually, this here is a 2-round repeat. 2-round repeat, but you really have to pay attention to where you place your stitches, which is why it's very important to read the recipe here or watch the tutorial, watch the rhythm of the blanket so you know where to place all of your stitches, because it's very easy to misplace your stitches and then your blanket can very easily go cattywampus. You know, it'll lose its shape. So you have to make sure that you're watching the video and you know where you're placing your singles, your doubles, and your chains and all the things. But this 6-round repeat is so easy peasy pudding pie. It's so easy. Yeah. I mean, you play the video, rewind, replay. You guys got this. It's double crochet and chains. Very, very easy. I have another one coming out that's also double crochets, you know, and it's back and forth, not in the round. Can you believe it? Me. I'm putting out a blanket, double crochets back and forth, not just double crochets. Someone emailed me and asked me, they said, Juan, are you doing a double crochet blanket back and forth and that's it? does it even warrant having to write a pattern for that? And I said, no, I'm not going to write a pattern for double crochet blankets. Look, this is a double crochet back and forth. You don't need a written pattern for this. Oh, hold on. I see a question. Linda, question. Is it cheaper to order from Michael's Anniversary Cakes or go to Yarnspirations? I would say it's cheaper to go through Michael's if you're taking advantage of their sale, because one of those cakes is like 40 bucks. But right now it's at Michael's buy one, get one half off. So if the sale at Yarnspirations is more economical, then I would go there. But right now I think Michael's has the better deal. All right. You guys want a Fifi shawl. Can you imagine? Who wants a Fifi shawl? I'm curious. I'm sure someone's going to say, yes, Juan, we want a Fifi shawl. All of us? Oh. Okay. I'll do it if there's enough interest, guys. I don't want to take my time recording this tutorial and no one watch it. If you'll do, if you guys will at least watch it, I will do the tutorial. It's not really hard. I can literally sit here and do like the repeat sections. I don't have to crochet myself an entire shawl. I can record the tutorial just far enough to get you where you can get started and you can continue going and do it. Okay, if you guys will, you now want a Fifi hat? What's next, guys? Should I be writing all of this down? Fifi shawl, Fifi hat, Fifi sweater, Fifi pants, Fifi overalls, Fifi house coat, right? Fifi duster, Fifi cocoon shawl. What else? All the things Fifi, right? Oh my goodness. A resilience shawl. Well, see that? Okay. I can totally understand that. Resilience shawl. Okay. And then Fifi shawl. And what else was the other one? It was Fifi shawl and Fifi hat. Okay. Fifi slippers. I don't know about Fifi slippers. The toes will come through on the windows. We have a round of windows. Can you imagine putting on Fifi slippers and then your digits go right through those windows? And then you're like, what happened to my slipper? You know, your slipper's back here and your toes are all sticking out there. Oh, Rosemary, my mom is doing really good. Thank you so much. She's resting. I just fed her dinner about an hour ago. A Fifi poncho. Okay. I love how you guys just took Fifi and ran with it. Behind the scenes, I was calling her Miss Fifi, you know, because she was giving me attitude. I was running 2 yarns together and it was working, but like the colors weren't working. I'm like, Miss Fifi has an attitude. These colors are just not jiving for me. You know, we'd have like a pea green with like this very musty pink and it didn't look right. And I'm like, what's up with that? The rest of it's all vibrant. And then you get these 2 colors that are like the worst 2 colors to be next to each other. And then they're all wrapped next to each other and all the things. I'm like, no. Thank you, Krista. I appreciate it. Rhythm, all the things. I love that, Laura. And hello to you. Were the meatloaf sandwiches yummy? Yes, they were. I only had one. My mom, I fed mom a meatloaf sandwich, right? And I fed her just as the nurse was coming in to prepare, you know, her session for mom. And mom immediately told me to stop what I was doing and feed the nurse. I said, Mom, we don't feed the nurses. She said, tell the nurse that she's taking a meatloaf sandwich home. And I'm like, Ma, you don't even know what's in the pot. You don't know how big the meatloaf is, let alone how many slices we have. She was like, if we don't have any to give the nurse, then give her mine. I'm like, no, we have enough. She was like, see, give the nurse a meatloaf sandwich. I asked the nurse, I said, do you want a meatloaf sandwich? My mom's very, very persistent in me making sure that you leave out of the house with a meatloaf sandwich. She says, no, I'm good. I said, listen, let me at least give this to you. You can do whatever you want with it once you leave out of the house, but I can't have it on my conscience that my mother asked me to give this to you and I didn't do it. So at least take it with you, do what you want. And she's like, okay, I'll take it. So after she leaves, she's walking down the path to where her car is. And for some reason, she doesn't park in my driveway. I don't understand that. Like, my driveway is big enough to fit multiple cars. Clearly, there's enough space for her to park there, but she always parks on the street and walks all the way up to the house. Anyway, I don't understand that. So anyway, I was peeking out after she left, and she was in the car eating the meatloaf sandwich. She ate that meatloaf sandwich. Yes, she did. And she ate the whole thing. So I know it was good. I'm very proud of that. At least she didn't chuck it in the trash on her way down the path, you know? So very, very nice. So you love working the Fifi blanket, Lisa? I love that. She needed a pick-me-up, right? I mean, the work that nurses do is not easy. I mean, they literally do things that we can't even imagine. You know, they do heavy lifting. They do like emergency triage, you know, last minute situations arise and they have to know how to react in a moment's notice. And, you know, they're very inquisitive and they have to really be sure that they understand what they're doing in the moment. So I know like there's many times where I have underestimated, you know, what nurses do, but they do so much work. And like, the nurse comes in the afternoon, so she's already seen many patients early on. So I can tell clearly that she's been through it all day long. So I had no problems whatsoever giving her some sustenance to get her through her day. So let's see here. You work switchboard and emergency response at a hospital. So, you know, it's a lot going on, you know? And I don't, you know, without getting too crazy about the topic, I feel like nurses, especially like wound care specialists and, you know, home visiting nurses, I think that not enough credit is given to these folks who work out in the field. You know, they go to their patients' houses, they have to work in the elements, you know, rain, snow or shine, does not matter. And then they still have to provide that care for the patients and, you know, give them the same level of care in their home that they would receive in a hospital setting. You know, it takes special people to do that. So it's amazing the work that these nurses do. It's amazing. My hat is off to each and every one of them. Trish was a nurse for 35 years. Wow. I can't imagine the work that goes into it. But, you know, I am in the healthcare industry myself, so I see it, but not firsthand. And, you know, I'm in pharmacy, so I don't really see that, you know, 911, oh my goodness, let's do the things right now. I'm like, okay, so I have a prescription. Let me verify it and do all the things with it, you know. That's what I do. And it's very calm where I'm at. You know, there is no stress other than making sure that the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed and everything is perfection. So, wow. Lots of nurses. I love that. I'm dialysis nurse manager. I can't, again, like, it's just so hard. Don't know how you guys do it. Pharmacy has a different kind of stress. I feel like we are, part of what I've done for the last 20 years is I'm part therapist. I mean, I listen to my patients tell me their whole life story about like their medication and why they need it, even though they don't have anything they need in order to get their medicine. Especially, you know, sometimes we get patients that come in and they're like, I don't have my new insurance card, but yet I'm used to paying $1. So just change it in the system so that I can pay $1. I'm like, that's not how this works. I need your card. We need to update you in the system, you know, and all the things. And yeah. And then they tell me this whole story about, you know, Peter, Paul, Jim, Bob, and Aunt Mary from around the corner and all the things. And and somewhere in there, they slip in, they're like, can you still push through my refill? Thank you so much, Cheryl, for the super sticker. I really appreciate you. Us pillheads, we know exactly, how this all goes. We can read a person and be like, yeah, we already know what you're about to say. The answer is going to be no. The answer is no before you even start talking. Hell's Neighborhood Watch Penny. Surprisingly enough, I haven't seen her in 2 whole days. I haven't seen her in 2 days. I have half a mind to go knock on her door to make sure she's okay. I see her at least once a day, even if it's for a minute. Like, in the rare occasions where it's very fast, she'll be walking up, her path to her door, and I'm like coming out of my driveway, and she'll just wave like this. You know how they do it. Folks who just want to acknowledge you, but they're just minding their own business. She'll do one of these just to let me know that she sees me, I didn't get any of that. Thank you so much, Renee. This is your first super on a live stream. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the super sticker. And I didn't forget, Renee. I have to sing happy birthday to you. Happy belated birthday. Now, Renee reminded me when it was her birthday, but I was under the weather, so I didn't forget. Yeah. If I don't see her, like, by midday tomorrow, I'm going to knock on her door just to make sure she's okay. And then I'm going to find out, this is me being nosy, I'm going to find out if she's got anyone else living with her. I'm going to be like, are you okay? I didn't see anybody come out of the house. I'm going to play completely innocent, no information whatsoever. I'm going to be like, are you okay? Do you need anything? Yeah. I don't know. 7 nurses here because we need crochet to decompress, right? So I used crochet for many years as a way to recenter myself, because I don't know how it is in your neck of the woods, but in pharmacy, you get high stress moments, but it's a different stress. So, there's days where I have 800 prescriptions to verify, and in total in the queue, and there's like 150 to look at, and you have people calling you on 3 different phones, and then there's people that need help at the counter, and then you have technicians that don't know how to read prescriptions correctly, but it's not their fault. It's because the doctor, couldn't write it right. So you'd have to call the doctor. There's just so much going on, and yet you still have to meet your numbers, and you have to meet your metrics. It's just so much. And then on top of that, the laws change. You have to update, your own education on things that just pop up out of the blue. And so it's a lot of moving parts, tons. And for the pharmacists in the chat, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It is a very, very stressful situation from that perspective, just dealing with all of the moving parts in a moment's notice, so anyway. And then on top of that, I manage a brick and mortar. So not only do I run the back, I also run the front. So, scheduling, payroll, staffing, the warehouse deliveries, merchandising, hiring, firing, and all the things in between. It's a lot of work. I don't really get a chance to crochet or knit much. Sometimes I will sit in the parking lot and knit or crochet before I go in, or I will sit, knit, and crochet after I leave, just to kind of give myself a moment to like breathe, At least it's 99% digital scripts now. Yes. Oh yeah. And then the scanners being broken. See, we get paper scripts here in Delaware, like printed out copies from like hospitals and whatnot, not handwritten necessarily, but these ones are like typed prescriptions that come on 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper, and we scan it through, and like there's typos, nothing is printed right. We don't know the doctor's name because they mistyped it. It's a whole thing. Anyway, Kim, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate that. Let me go ahead and do the things. Thank you, thank you. But yes, so printed for Schedule C. That would make it a lot easier. Oh, yes, it's great for the mindset, as Bridget mentions. Like, it's a great way to like recenter yourself. Sometimes we have to, just dump ourselves into our craft to get our minds away from like the day to day, because depending on your neck of the woods and what you have going on, it's different from one person to the next. So, sometimes that reset button is through your crochet hook or your knitting needles. It's perfectly fine. Salem, I don't know how I do it either, but I've been doing it for 20 years. The 20th anniversary happened October the 6th. So, yep, just over 20 years I've been doing it. I didn't start as a manager. I worked my way up to that. Coming right out of college, I spent 6 years in college. So I started at the bottom, worked my way up. I came in as a floater. I came in floating, and I would just cover all of these weird, ridiculous shifts that no one wanted to work, or if pharmacists were on vacation or on personal days, I would have to go from place to place to place. And then I earned my staff spot. It took, I want to say, 2 years for me to get my staff spot. And then I ran my staff spot from, let me see, 2010 to 2013. So 3 years. And then I became manager in 2013, and I've been manager since 2013. So 2013 until now. And let me see, 2013 until now, but I became manager of the front and back. Where was that? Was that Texas or was that Boston? I think it was Boston. So 2015. So yeah, 2015, I became manager of the front and back. And then I left Boston to come down here. So yeah. Let's see. Did you ever think of opening your own? No, the paperwork and the legalities and all the things. Listen, my dream, my goal, okay, I've done it for 20 years. Times are changing. Things are not how they used to be. Okay. If you're in healthcare, a lot of our healthcare folks know what I'm about to say. The costs that are involved in healthcare have changed astronomically to the point where it's no longer advantageous to the consumer. It's a business run operation, and it's not geared towards the customer anymore. And I don't want to be a part of that. So my goal, my long-term goal, is to minimize the amount of pharmacy work I do and increase the amount of JTYA designs that I do. So for those of you guys that don't know, I have an LLC that I've been running now for 3 years, just over 3 years. And so I really want to focus in on my business, and my business is finally in the green. My first year out, it was in the red. The second year I met even. The third year I came out in the green. So I have a sustainable business that I want to grow. So eventually I'm going to just migrate from pharmacy to my business. So that's my passion. That's my dream. And this is my dream. So yeah. Very, very nice. Juan's prescription, crochet. I love it. We have an old school pharmacy like the 50s. It's so fun with the old bottles behind the desk. Oh man, I would love to see that. It's been years since I've seen that. This is the first Saturday I've had off in 6 months. I normally listen to the live at work. Wow. Well, I'm glad you're here. Super nice. Very, very nice. Yep. So JTYA Designs, for those of you guys that don't know, I actually create designs for people, but not how you think. So, a lot of my designs are like recipes. I do recipes for people. People need shawls and they want me to like, design something for them. So I will sit here and I will design something on commission, not necessarily crochet or anything like that. I actually prepare a design for people and then I send it to them. I do all sorts of different kinds of designs, not necessarily fiber art related. I do all kinds of things. I've taken art classes, so you see my photography. I've got paintings, I've got drawings. So I do all kinds of design work on the side. So yes, this is just a piece of what I do. Oh, very nice. Hi, Nishi. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Very, very nice. You know what I should have done? I should have pulled some of my artwork and showed you guys. My paintings and my drawings. Yeah. Stay tuned for that. Would you guys want to see something like that? I know I'm a yarn channel. I get it. People remind me all the time. They're like, Juan, you're a yarn channel. Stick to yarn. I know, but I would like to show you guys some of the other things, right? I've got paintings, and then I've got my kids, you know, my instruments. Okay. I see lots of yeses. So I take it that you guys would be interested in seeing some of my artwork and my drawings and things from yesteryear, things that I've drawn recently, my paintings. So the mediums I work with are charcoal. I do a lot of charcoal work and rubbing with my hands and, you know, gradients and things. I work with oil paints. I work with acrylics. I do photography. Yeah, I do all sorts of things. I do matting, like I mat pictures for people. As you can see, my matting's not too bad. All the things, right? All the things. Yes. So I try, for the better part, actually, for the entirety of my channel, I've actually tried to steer away from all the other things that I do. And my main focus has always been yarn, you know, all the things yarn. But guys, this is literally just a little chunk of who I am as a person, you know? So there's many, many other things that I do. And I don't know how I fit it into a day. And I promise, I don't do it every single day. I mean, if I did, I'd be absolutely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But, you know, when I have the time to fit it in, I do it. Yes, Renee, you're right. I don't sleep. I sleep. Well, last night I slept for 2 hours. That was it. I got 2 hours of sleep. Kathleen, welcome to the officials. You're going to like it here. You're going to like it here. I love it, love it, love it. And I get an extra hour, right, Frida? I love that. I forgot that. Clocks go back, spring forward, we lose an hour, fall back, we gain an hour. I love that. I go supersonic. All I need is the coffee, right? Just give me the coffee and we are good. So, so good. I have this last bite, guys. Hold on. I see them doing this on TikTok. The kids, they're like this. That's their version of this. This is what we used to do back in our day. Yes, yes, yes. They go like this. I'm learning. I have, even though it's inappropriate for me to say the words, I have to at least understand what they mean, like the no cap thing. I'm like, why are you guys saying that? No cap. And why are we doing this? So I had to do my homework and figure it out. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Yes. Or no, they go like this. They do this or this. I forget. It's one of these. They do this. Oh, that's too funny. I love it. Yeah, clapping. Who knew it was so old, right? Amber, and hello to you, by the way. You finally tried the strawberry bobos. It's very yummy. See, I'm glad that I didn't stray you guys off the beaten path. It is really, really good, I promise. And for those of you guys who are sensitive to gluten, this is gluten-free. It's vegan, it's non-GMO, it is healthy. For me, it's healthy. It's different from person to person. Listen, I'm not giving you medical advice, I promise. Even as a medical professional, I'm not allowed to give you medical advice. Okay? So, but I'm reading to you what this says. It just says non-GMO, vegan, and gluten-free. And then we'll leave it at there. Okay? I do not want to tell you guys one thing and it be something else. So, Amy of the Lake, hello, how are you? Juan of the house. Love that. So much fun, guys. The snapping is back from the beatnik times. Oh, okay. Low or zero sugar for those that can't have it, just wondering. So, no, there is sugar in it's natural sugar. And technically, I'm not supposed to be having it because I'm diabetic, but I've been managing my sugar in terms of like not going overboard with it. So it's 10 grams of sugar. I can't have anything over 12. So it just meets the mark for me. And it's different from person to person. So I don't know what your limits are, but if you're allowed to have sugar, it's got 10 grams. Dawn from the couch. I love that, right? Dawn of the couch. Juan, Shannon of the chair, yes. Juan of the studio, right? Kimberly says, I'm glad I didn't miss you going home from work listening to you on my phone. Very nice, Kimberly. Hello to you. Trish of the couch. I love it. Say these could be perfect handle names. If you're ever looking to change your name on YouTube, you can call yourself Dawn of the Couch, you know, or Pam from the chair, or, you know, Joan from the table. Or Jack from the alley. It's too funny. I love it. It's so good. Stacy of the recliner, right? And that better be a very comfy recliner if you're going to name yourself that. Kathy from the bushes. I love that. That is so appropriate. I love it. Everyone's giving me their version. So like Dania of the bed. I love it. Rochelle from the kitchen. Yes. So good. Your husband would be Greg from the bedroom. Yes. See, Amy of the lake. See what you started? Oh, it's too funny. Oh, good. I'm so glad, Jeremy, you are home. Yes, he mentioned earlier that he wasn't well and he went to the ER. I'm glad to hear that you're home. Very, very nice. You will keep your handle, Linda? Very nice. Well, if you ever change your mind, right? Gina the Bush Hoppers. I love it. It's so good. See how creative we can be with all the things? It's so good. So good. I love it. What is in here? I showed this yarn already. I'm like, why is that down there like that? Oh, by the way, I have to put this out there. The replay winners from the podcast. Okay. You guys have to respond as soon as possible. I got one. Thank you to Colette. I got your yarn right here. It's going in the mail. But our other winner did not claim their prize. So if the winner does not claim their prize, it's going to go on the pile of unclaimed prizes, and I'm going to roll that out in a future giveaway. So check out the podcast. Second winner, you didn't claim your prize yet. I did not get an email. All right. And with that being said, guys, I have to remind you that it's November 1st, which means the Share Yarn for October is coming up. So tomorrow on our Sunday Live, I'm going to be showing you guys the boxes that are up for the replay. Not replay. Is it a replay? Share Yarns for October. You know, so if you're wanting that, I'm going to talk to you guys about what we do for that. There's lots of new people on the channel. They have no idea what we're talking about. But for the vast majority of you guys that have been here before and you know what the Share Yarn is, we're going to be talking about that tomorrow evening. So if you're interested in that yarn, be sure to stick around. Okay? So there's a pile of unclaimed prizes. Yeah. No emails, nothing. And I unfortunately don't have everyone's personal email address. So if you're not emailing me, then there's no way for me to get a hold of you. And so, yeah, they're just sitting there. I have like 7 prizes. Yep. And they go all the way back as far as the 50K. The 50K celebration that we did. Yeah, I have prizes going all the way back to then. So, yeah, they're going to be peppered back in as a repeat prize. A whole pile, guys. Yep. And I felt bad about like wanting to redo it. I didn't want to reintroduce it and then someone be like, oh, that was my prize. And like, they just never claimed it until I brought it back on the channel. So that's why I didn't bring it back sooner. But I'm now officially speaking about it. I have unclaimed prizes. The other ones are gone. We're no longer discussing those, but this right here, this was from Friday's podcast. So if you haven't watched the podcast, go watch it. Even if you have to fast forward it to the point where I do my prizes, and I'm going to need an email from you before the weekend is over so that I can get this out to you. Otherwise, it's going on the pile. And it's literally a plastic bag holder, crochet kit, or knit kit. So it's the thing where you stuff the bag in the top and then you pull one out of the bottom. So, crinkle alert. Yes, I did tell the rules. I always repeat the rules, always. Oh, where do you send your email address? So always send your email address to juantheyarnaddict@gmail.com if you're the winner of this. If you're the winner of this, then that's where you send it. All right, and then I have to verify that you are the person, because can you believe it? One time I had 6 people email me over the same prize. I said to myself, how is it that 6 of you guys apparently have the same handle? So I had to go do my homework, and only 1 out of the 6 was the actual winner. The other 5 had no identical name to the one that I actually drew, and I had to remind them, like, look, I do my checks. This is not you. It's unfortunate. I mean, it happens. People hear their name, like their first name, and they're like, oh, that was me. You called my name, but did you see the handle? Like, I show all of that. That's why I record it. So there's no misunderstanding. You know, you had one. Yeah, and Mishi had one. It happens. And so as long as, you know, we're calm, cool, collected about the situation, and just, you know, offer the information in a friendly way, there's no issues. We're good. Yeah, we had so many people claim that same prize. I'm like, really? It's okay. Anyway, so we have the share boxes for October going out. So we didn't hit 71 pounds, guys. We only came in at 55 pounds, which 55 pounds of shared yarn is still a lot of yarn. I don't know what you guys think, but I mean, the month before we had 71 pounds of yarn go out. This month, 55, I want 56. It's 55 and some change, I think. So 56 pounds. It's still a lot of share yarn, you know? So, hi, Tracy. Welcome in. Thank you for popping in here. I really appreciate you. So yeah, 55 pounds. So I'm going to divide that up. And if you guys don't know this, we're on holiday pricing for postage right now, and it affects packages that are heavier than 9 or 10 pounds. So I'm going to divide it up into 8 or 9 pound boxes, depending on the boxes that I have in stash here. So I'm going to pack as tight as I can, and then I'll let you know tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, I'll put them behind me so you can see the boxes. They'll be ready to go, and then we'll go from there. All right. And like I said, guys, for these boxes here, until I can't do it anymore, regardless of where you live, everyone qualifies. So I do my checks. You just have to be publicly subscribed. Just understand that the further away you live from me, the longer it's going to take for me to get this to you. I will also give you an option. So if you live far, far, far away, and you know it may take a month or so to get to you, then I will give you another option of like something equal value. So I will give you like a gift card to, you know, a yarn shop, or a big box online or something like that, depending on where you live. So I will give a comparable prize, and it's actually going to save both of us a lot on our wallets. Just saying, you know, and time. So let's see. I love One's Granny Scribbling. Thank you so much, Cindy. I got to tell you guys, somebody sent me an email, first name Bobby, sent me an email earlier today, and amazing email, guys, amazing. He says to me, he started learning crochet last year. He just happened upon my channel, and he had no idea how to crochet. He spent all these years knitting, and he happened upon my channel last year. And it was the one where I taught everybody how to join granny squares. You guys remember that video I did? Single crochet, chain 2 single crochet, and that's how you join your squares. Well, he found me on that video. Oh, thank you so much, Missy, for the super chat. Hugs and congrats again on reaching this awesome milestone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let me click the thumbie there and let me type in. I can actually see this back when I watch it, so I'm going to type it. Hold on. Okay, so thank you, Missy. I really appreciate that. He spoke to me about how he found me in that video, and he said it's been fun ever since. And he showed me 16 pictures of his works through his journey in crochet by watching my channels. And he's not a member of the channel. He's just a viewer. You know, he watches all of my videos. He doesn't really comment. He sits in the bushes, but he watches everything. And he did his version of my rainbow blanket, the one with all the squares that I did last year. He did, remember when I did the Apache Tears for the auction? There was an auction that happened last year. I did an Apache Tears. He did his own version of that. He did his own version of my ripple blanket, my granny ripple, like a whole bunch of projects that I featured on the channel in my videos, he recreated for himself. And he showed me pictures and all the things. And he said, all of this is because of you and me. We both did it together. Like, you showed me the way and then I did the work. And I just want to thank you so much for showing me how to do all of this. And because of you, I absolutely love crochet. It blew me away. I told him, I said, there's no higher compliment than getting something like this out of the blue, unexpected, you know, source of inspiration, all the things. I love it. So to Bobby, if you're watching in the bushes, thank you so much for that email. It was an amazing, amazing happy mail. I love it. You're currently making the Fifi blanket with mandala gradient. I saved the pattern in my Ravelry library. Love it. So I have an idea for a project that I want to do. I want to do, okay, so Timber Trails. I started one in a DK weight and I'm going to finish it. I'm going to finish it. I don't care how long it takes me. I will do it in that DK weight. However, I would like to take another colorway of my mandala gradient and make a Fifi blanket because, you know, it's a 6-round repeat, except I want to make it with the DK weight, but triple the DK weight. Thank you, Puppy World, for gifting 5 memberships. Thank you so much. So we have Lisa, Nikki, Gail, and Vasbak. Thank you so much. And congratulations to the new members. And we also have Teresa H. Thank you so much for the gifted membership. And congratulations to the 5 new officials to the channel. Thank you, thank you. You're going to like it. So I'll talk to memberships in a second, but I got sidetracked. What did I do? What did I do? I completely, oh yeah, DK weight. Yes, that. So I have to tell you, there's a way to triple your yarns, okay? And you know, you can create a slip knot on your hook, fold it over, and then create that loop and pull the loop through. And just keep pulling that loop through. So you have 3 strands, and for a DK weight, running 3 together, I would use an 8mm crochet hook. That's just me. And you don't have to run 2 yarns together and worry about the colors mismatching. So that's a lot of fun. I'm going to try that out and tell you guys what becomes of that. So stay tuned. All right. Thank you so much, MDL. I appreciate that. Congrats again on the huge milestone. It's yeah, for sure. It's been a journey, to say the least. Yep. Congratulations to the new members. I was debating, do we do new members today or should I wait until tomorrow? What are we thinking? Should I wait for the Sunday live to do gifted memberships? Because I want to drop some gifted memberships, but I'm trying to decide. Do we do some now or some later? Tell me. You saw a tutorial on that? Nice. I saw one too. Was that Krista? That might have been Krista over at the Secret Yarnery. I love her channel. It might have been her. Let's see. Tomorrow? Okay. Let's do it now. Let's do it now and tomorrow. Let's do it both times. Hold on. Nope. Let's go there. Let's go. There we go. Who's going to get it? Who's going to get it? Who's going to get it? Let's see. We have Karen Nelson, and we have Debbie K, and Great Lakes Diane, Susan Lawless, and we have Rhonda B. Congratulations to you 5 for your gifted memberships. Welcome to the officials. Thank you so much, Jess. I really appreciate you. You deserve every bit of success you receive. It comes when you are ready. Yes. Thank you so, so much. I had a conversation with the members during a Zoom chat. I want to share this with you. I'm not going to go too far with it, I promise. But I told them in the Zoom meeting, the officials, we have Zoom meetings twice a week. So in the Zoom meeting, when we crossed over, right, that very next morning, I was on a Zoom. And I said I had a whole speech written, okay? I had a whole thing written where I was going to come on, do a live as soon as I crossed over that milestone, and literally just lay myself out on the table and thank every single person, everyone who supported me, everyone who hasn't supported me, all of the friends and the foes and everyone in between. And, you know, I said to myself, you know, in good taste, I'm not going to do that. I thought to myself, you know, we're going to take the high road and stay positive with everything, because this is a very great experience growing a channel and being here with all the things. And so I'm very thankful that I did not do that impromptu live in the middle of the night, because we hit that milestone at 3:10 in the morning. I'm so glad I didn't go on at 3:10 in the morning. But yes, I'm very thankful that we crossed this milestone, and I'm very grateful for what may come. So thank you guys so much. Always stay on the high road, right? Love that. Thank you so much, Dawn. And by the way, guys, like, there's no pressure to become a member of the channel. Just coming to watch us is more than I could ever ask for. Seriously. Who do I think I am, the president? Right? Who do I think I am? You know, I don't know. I'm just a YouTuber, right? So good. Anyway, so let me see here. Yeah, as I was saying, you don't have to become a member of the channel. Just coming to watch is perfectly fine. You know? So, so good. We got your... Thank you, Renee. I appreciate it. So, so good. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. It's been a blessing. I love it. Very, very nice. Yes, we certainly have, Kim. And with that being said, you know, I've been waiting, and a lot of you guys who've been around for a while, you know, I said this to you guys. I've been waiting for me to cross this milestone before I implemented some changes. Not that, you know, changes needed, but sometimes, you know, changes are necessary, because you can't keep doing the same things and expecting different results. I learned that the hard way. You know, when you're doing the same thing day in and day out and you're wanting different results, it's not going to happen. And for me, I had to change a lot of the things that I was doing to get the results that I'm getting. And with that, I'm going to continue making some changes, because I'm expecting to continue the trajectory, you know? And so there's going to be some things that you used to see all the time that you're not really going to see much of anymore. And then there's some things that I used to do very little of that you're going to see a lot of, you know? So I'm peppering this in your ear now, because changes are on the way. Good changes. Good changes. Let's see. Oh, yes. And by the way, thank you for mentioning that. I have to tell you that my left-handed tutorials are doing as well as they are because of the lefty love that you guys are giving them. So Colette, thank you so much for mentioning that. A lot of you guys who are right-handed crocheters and can manage watching a left-handed tutorial, you guys are watching and it's showing. I'm seeing it in my numbers. So thank you so much. Like, listen, I can't, and I mentioned this before, like, here's the lake, right? Aim of the lake. This is one of the lake. I have the lake right here. I have all the water. and I'm waving to all of you guys. I'm like, hey, I have water. Come over here and drink some of my water. I can't force you to come over here and drink my water. You know what I mean? Like, everyone has their own little puddle of water, right? And I'm waving at you, and you're coming, and you're drinking, and I'm noticing, and I'm thanking you. That's my point. I can't lead a horse to water and force him to drink. Actually, that's not the saying. I can lead you to the water, but I can't force you to drink. That's the saying. I am the water, though. You know what I mean? I can guide you to my water, but I can't force you to drink. But thank you for drinking. That took so much work to get out. Oh, that took entirely too long. How did mom react? She cried. My mom cried. When I signed to her, I said, Mom, we did it. We hit the 100K. She's like, are you kidding me? You did? And I said, yeah. She's like, are you serious? I said, yes, I hit the 100K. And she was like, Juan, I didn't think you were going to do it. She said some other things that I can't really share on the live stream, but my OGs know exactly what my mother said. She was very aware of everything that went on. And she said to me some things. And I said, Ma, in spite of all of that, you know, and so we still hit it. And she was like, good for you. She also told me, she was like, well, I'm trying to paraphrase without saying too much, you know what I mean? She just put it this way. She reminded me of a few things. For those of you guys that don't know, my mom gave me this. And this is a compass. Thank you, Jackie. I really appreciate that. So this is a compass. And for those of, I think the members know this, but whenever you feel like you lose your way, sometimes you need something to bring you back to center, to, you know, refocus you. And this was given to me, and I completely forgot that I had it. And she reminded me that I had this compass. And she said, go get your compass and put it on right now. And she said, why? And this was last year sometime. And she's like, because you are letting everything around you distract you from your goals. You're letting unnecessary things block your path. You're letting irrelevant things block you. Get your compass, put it on, forget about all of the things that are keeping you from your goals. Because there's lots of things that's in your way right now, Juan, that make absolutely no sense. They do not matter. These things do not matter, Juan. You need to stay focused, put your compass on, hold on to it, stay focused, and everything will come out the way it should be. Everything will come out exactly how it should be. Stay focused. And I did. I put this on, I stayed focused, and look at us. And, you know, for those of you guys that were with me the entire time, you know my journey, you know what we've been through, and in spite of all of that, look at where we're at right now. So all I can tell you is, yeah, I don't have to say the words to tell you what I'm saying. So, you know. How do you say something without saying it? There you go. I just said it. And that, my friends, is growth. You say what needs to be said without having to say it. And there you have it. Thank you so much, Michelle. I appreciate that. Huge hugs to you. Yep. If you know, you know. It's been a wild and amazing journey. Such a joy to watch and make your way to this moment. Yes. And you know what's really funny is all of the things that were just in the way are nowhere in my way. Like, you know what I mean? Like all of those distractions, all of those things, those irrelevant things that matter to no one in front of me. Yeah, it's nowhere, you know? And all I see is me and my goals and my plans and my direction. And that's exactly what matters to me right now in the moment. And all I can tell you is all of those distractions, all of those things are looking at themselves and they're like, what? What is happening? What is going on? All the distraction, they're all asking themselves, and all the things are looking at themselves, and they're like, what the heck is going on? And I'm staying focused. I got my compass and I'm doing this. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So thank you guys so much for your support. It means the world. I can tell you that I'm not the person I was last year. I'm a very different person because of my journey here on YouTube. I had no idea what I was doing. No idea what I was doing. No manual, no nothing. And, you know, somehow I had to figure it out on my own by myself. Certain things by myself. I had a lot of help. But certain things I had to figure out on my own. And I did. And we're good. Thank you, Brigitte. I appreciate you. Stay on. You like that whole gesture? Stay on right here. Just do this. Stay forward. So I think what I'm going to do is take, like I said, take it one day at a time. Stay super focused. Don't let any distractions distract me, and keep doing it. Right? And let me be the proof. Let me be the proof that you can persevere. You can be resilient. And you can get past whatever you think is blocking you from your goals, whether that be people, places, or things. If any of those things are in your way, trust me, it's not really what's in your way. What's in your way is yourself. That's literally it. So, ooh, I got goosebumps talking about all of that. Anyway. Love that for us. Anyway, so let me go ahead and just remind you, tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have Crochet with JTYA. We had a little crochet session happening tomorrow morning, so if you're interested, hang out and watch that. And then also tomorrow evening, we've got the Sunday Live. Oh, wanted this to be 99 instead of 99, but we literally just had a new roof put on our home this week. Promised to make it up a little later. No, that's fine. You don't even have to do that, Cindy Lou. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. You didn't have to do that. None of you guys had to do that, to be perfectly honest with you. But I really appreciate the fact that you did. And I'm definitely going to make sure some of these blankets, actually all the blankets, all these blankets get to Boggy Creek for sure. Anyway, guys, we got a Zoom meeting in tomorrow afternoon. For the officials, it's tomorrow afternoon. I'll post it in the post tab. 10:30 in the morning for Crochet with JTYA. And tomorrow evening, we have a Sunday Live, 6 p.m. Eastern. All right? You guys have a good evening. I will catch you guys on the next one. Lots of love, lots of hugs, and all the things. Take care. Bye, guys.